Hello, and we are back in Regina, Canada for the 2019 World Junior Powerlifting Championships. I'm here today with Chantal Such.
Hello.
A local equipped lifter. We're lucky enough to have given us a bit of local colour today. This session is going to be the 43 kilo and 47 kilo classes. We have junior and sub-junior lifters here today. There's just time to thank our sponsors. Eleiko, providing some of the best platform equipment in the world. Uplift, linking coaches and lifters globally. And SBD Apparel, who produce some of the highest quality lifting apparel in the world. And we also have some local sponsors: Doubletree by Hilton, Regina Hotel Association, Pro AV, City of Regina, Tourism Saskatchewan, Inner Strength Products, Olympia In Depth, Sask Energy, and LiveSaw. We couldn't put on these competitions without our sponsors, and we're really grateful for their support. So we are straight into the 47 kilo class, and we have Carrie Clark from the USA in the sub-juniors, and she's opening her squat at 110 kilos. We hope she is anyway. The clock is ticking. We're down to 45 seconds. This is it's quite a difficult thing, Chantal, isn't it, for the coaches to time the wrapping of the knees to get the lifters out on the platform?
It's a bit more in depth than classic lifting, because there is a timing component, right? How fast does your coach wrap and all that stuff, right? Put straps up, wraps, all that stuff.
And that comes into play as well when you have changes in attempts?
Absolutely.
Okay, so here we go. Okay, well that looked nice and deep to me. She looked to have plenty of strength under the bar. And it's a good lift.
Her coach is pretty experienced, so I wonder if they were just, they don't want to have her knees wrapped too early.
Yeah, you don't want to stand there for too long, do you?
That's right. But I think she's being coached by Cooper there, I think, who I think I saw, and so he knows what he's doing.
Okay, next up we have Jessie Mae Tabuin from the Philippines. It's a long way to come to compete. She's opening her squat at 115 kilos. That's only a tiny bit under her PB. She's PB is 117.5, so training must have been going well for her.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit shaky on the walkout. And that looked like a nice squat. Lovely to see a lifter with a big smile as they come up. They know they've done a good squat.
She was pretty sure on that one. That was a good one.
She was. And if we look on the replay, you can see that the hip drops well below the knee there. And she comes up and she knows she's done a good job.
Moved pretty easy when you think her previous max was 117.
Yeah, I think we'll see her break through that today. So now we're into the 43 kilo junior class. We have Yashuang Zhen from Chinese Taipei. Again, just a little bit of a delay coming out to the platform. I don't know about you, but I like to get straight out there the very second I can, because you don't want to be getting under the bar and hearing someone saying 10 seconds to go.
I'm with you. I love equipped lifting, and I do like to be early though. If I were her, I'd be skipping wrist straps on this one.
She looks a bit panicky, doesn't she? And the TC's not going to let her past until she's done her wrist wraps.
Yeah.
The only thing you can adjust on the platform is your belt. This is a bit tight. 10 seconds to go.
It wouldn't be my comfort level, that's for sure.
No, it's not how you want to take your first squat. Hopefully she's just going to nail this. And she starts her squat with 2 seconds to go. Three white lights. Oh, you can see the relief coming off her in waves.
I was holding my breath.
Well, here we go, watching the replay now. She holds her back position very well, dips just into depth, and strength is no problem there, is it?
No, she looked like she's got lots there. It's good that, if you're going to slow down or be slow getting out there, it's good. It's an opener, I guess.
Sure. We have Susanna Kula now from Poland. She's 20 years old, and her profile says she's been competing for 19 years, which would be impressive if it was correct. So here we go with 120 on the bar. Nice and deep, nice and easy up.
That looks pretty light.
Yeah. And that's a good lift.
Up now with 125 kilos on the bar. Veronica on pod to get ready.
Okay, so next up we have Daria Brajnik. She's from Ukraine. We see quite a few Ukrainian lifters over here. It's quite a big sport in the Ukraine. They have more equipped lifters than classic, I think.
That would be my experience just thinking about following the sport. I've been in it for about 12 years. They have a lot of lifters and a lot of equipped lifters, and they are the strongest lifters.
Yeah.
Man.
So this is a 43 kilo young lady. She's 22 years old, and she's opening her squat at 125 kilos. Quite a wide stance. That was lovely. Very conservative, you know, not too much energy expended. The weight didn't come forward. Drops into depth in a really efficient way. That I think she's got a lot more to come on that.
Right, and unlike some, you know, where we see them really drop, she's got depth right down, right?
Yep.
Like she didn't bury it and lose energy there.
Yeah, perfect.
And she stays upright. Man, that girl's going to be strong, like a Ukrainian.
Okay, so Veronica Ompod from the Philippines. That's the second Filipino lifter we have in this group. I can see her squat PB is 135.5, so presumably she's a national record holder. And she's opening today at 127.5, which is about 280 pounds.
And when you think about what these girls weighed in at,
yeah, absolutely.
like that's stinking impressive when they're, you know, 20 years old, under 20 years old,
well,
right?
That's 3 times body weight already, isn't it? See her lock her back in there. No wrist wraps. Depth look good, strength look good. And the referees agree.
Yeah, it looked very good. Looked very strong too. Looks like she's got a lot more there.
The standard of lifting, I mean, we are at the World Championships, so you would expect that, wouldn't you? But again, like you said, that was a very efficient squat. She just hit depth.
Yep. Bar path was straight up and down. Like there was, it looked like a really clean squat.
Okay, we have Miyabi Kikuchi. She's in the 47 kilo juniors. And she's coming out for 135 kilos. Now she's elected to have the racks in. Are you a racks in or a racks out person?
I tend to be a racks out person simply because I don't find it makes a difference for me.
No, a lot of people don't like the plates to clang on the racks.
Right, absolutely, and or if you know, depending on your grip, and if you find you don't.
Oh no, that's not coming up, is it? Oh dear. You know, she's got a lot of knee wrap left over there.
She does. I wonder if they rushed, you know, I wonder
Maybe.
if they didn't have the time, and so they just rushed those wraps.
That didn't look right to me. She had at least 1, maybe 2 revolutions left.
Absolutely, I would think so. At least 1 on the one side and several on the other side.
Yeah. That's a shame. Let's hope they sort their equipment out and she nails that next time around.
Absolutely.
So here we go, Maria Polyansky, another Ukrainian lifter, 135 kilos on the bar. That's a very tight hand position, isn't it? She must have great shoulder mobility.
Yeah, it's the back really tight.
Controlling that weight. And she dips into depth and it comes up really nicely.
Very nice. 3 white lights and a good lift.
Perfect.
Only been training for competing for 3 years.
Really?
Wow, hey?
That's very impressive. Okay, so that's everyone's done their first squat. We only have 1 missing their first squat. So we go up to the top again, round 2, and here's Carrie Clark. She opened at 110, she's gone up to 120. She won her class this year at High School Nationals. Lot of support for the American lifters in the hall today.
Yeah, I'm thinking it sounds like there's quite a few visitors.
Yeah. Haven't seen many Canadian lifters so far.
We do have a few through the week.
Okay, that looked nice. 3 white lights. Obviously, we're not always in the best position to see depth and see exactly what the referees can see. But she kept her back position very well there. Okay, we have Jessie Mae Tabuan from the Philippines up next. She's gone up a long way, hasn't she? She's put 12.5 kilos on her opener.
That is a big jump.
And considering her competition PB is currently 10 kilos below this is, well, let's hope this is a response to how well training has gone. It feels a little bit ambitious.
Yeah, 115 moved really well.
It did.
That being said, 12.5 kilos is a big percentage on this, right?
It is. Huge percentage of her body weight, really.
Right, yeah.
So let's hope her coach knows her better than we do. She's controlling the descent well, and look at that. That was very easy.
That's one of those times where you say, well, you know the numbers, and then she comes out here and smokes it anyway.
Yeah, well, what would you say she's got? So if you were coaching her, what would you put on for her next, given how easy that was? And that lovely smile at the top as well.
Like, I think she's got a solid 5 there.
Yeah, I think so.
She's a little bit sticky through the middle. If it depends how well she grinds, right? If she can grind through something, she might put another 7.5 on there.
Next up, we have Daria Brajnik. She's only gone up 5 kilos. That's quite conservative, really.
I think so, based on how that opener moved.
I wonder if she's playing a long game here, because a lot of the squat numbers are very close.
You know, that would be a really good point. I think that's one of the things that the Ukrainian team really knows how to do.
Because that was such an efficient squat.
Uh-huh.
There was no loss of form. There was no breakdown at all. So I think they're going to try and, because everyone's got 130 in that class for their second attempt.
Right. It's the game of make your attempts, because a failed attempt costs you more than taking smaller jumps that are conservative.
So Yasuan Zheng is another lifter in the same class, 43 kilo juniors, also on 130. Now she's the lightest in class. So if everyone gets the same weight, she'll take the gold.
45 seconds.
Again, she's a little bit late out onto the platform, not as much as last time.
Cleaned up some of those timing issues. I mean, again, openers, right?
Yeah.
Early on.
It's into it. Oh, and she had to really push through, didn't she?
Yeah, actually surprised considering how much she had to rush for that opener, and she still really made it move. But that's a 10 kilo jump. So again, you think about her body weight. That's a big...
Exactly. That's a quarter of her body weight. She's gone up. The other lifters in her class have only gone up 5 kilos and 2.5 kilos.
Yeah.
So we now have Veronica Ompod. $2.5 kilo increases is that's very small.
That's a pretty conservative increase. And again, you know, you wonder, are they just playing sort of for the total, right?
Yeah.
Let's put little bits up here. Oh.
She's gone off. What happened?
I wonder if she hurt something.
No, she can. Maybe she thought she couldn't take it again.
Yeah,
She's got time. She's got time.
Yeah.
Okay, I think she got a little bit confused. Thought she had to abandon. But she can do it.
Hopefully she can set up here and...
not rush it.
Yeah.
Oh. You lose your composure really in a situation like that. It's
absolutely
these young lifters. It's hard to do.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, think about, she's only got a few years of experience lifting. To be able to recover from something like that, you know, it's going to take a lot more than a couple of years of competition experience.
Sure. So now we have Susanna Kula, the Polish lifter, in the 47 kilo juniors. She's gone up 10 kilos, which I think is fair enough. She was quite impressive on her opener.
Yeah, it looked like a warm-up.
Hit depth very easily. Her the way she came up is almost like a weightlifter.
Yeah, you know what I was actually thinking? She looks almost like she's not in a suit.
Yeah.
Just the way she just has. Yeah, she's got a.
So we watch her go down again. She descends well, and then she flares her knees out as she comes up. Yeah, works well for her.
Yeah, it's a great squat. Strong kid.
So here we have Miyabi Kikuchi. She didn't make the lift last time, and she's got a lot of D-rap left over. Again. Now in the IPF we only have 2 meter wraps. I know a lot of other federations have 2.5, 3 meter wraps, but we have 2 meter wraps. So to leave a lot of that wrap over is giving a lot away, especially when there's another revolution in there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I personally find that it's those last, 3 revolutions that really hits.
Yeah, she looks happy with that. That looked deep enough from where I was. Oh, it wasn't.
Yeah.
So let's watch that again on the replay. Let's get a side view on there.
Unfortunately, 145 next weight on the bar. Polyansky,
Keeps her back nice and tight. Yeah,
I
it just sort of went to parallel, didn't it?
Yeah, I can see where they called her parallel. I can see where it's a 2-to-1 split if she's got a deep side too, right?
Yeah. Well, this is it. People are often asymmetrical, so it may look different on one side to another. But she's in trouble now. She's going to have to come out for a third squat with nothing on the board. So here we have Maria Polyansky from Ukraine. Oh, this is her. I thought we'd gone back to the top for the third squats, but this is the last of the second round squats.
This is a strong 16-year-old.
She's 16?
16.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it says her PB was 122.5, so this is going to put 20 kilos on it today. You know, it looked tentative and a bit wobbly on the descent, but she brought that up so easily.
I can see where it was a 2-to-1 call too, because she almost looked like the suit kind of kicked her forward a bit. Sometimes, you don't.
Yeah, you don't hit depth when you. Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah, you can see.
Yeah, but on this side, I think she just managed to dip in.
Yeah.
But, she weighed in today at 46.7 kilos, and she's just squatted 145.
Right.
That's just
After
incredible.
3 years of training at 16 years old. She's going to be a force if she keeps going now.
She is. So Carrie Clark, she's put another 10 kilos on. This will move her up to silver medal position if she gets it, temporarily at least. She's the first lifter to do her third squat. Oh, she's had to fight it. Was she deep enough? She was. 3 white lights. Well done.
She keeps her chest really high. I wonder if that's kind of what saves her through that middle, right?
Yeah, so if we watch on the replay now, her back position doesn't change. Even though her legs look a little bit wobbly, she keeps her back position. And like you said, I think that's what saves the squat. So, Daria Brajnik. She is the current European champion, junior champion. And she's coming out for 135. So this will put her in provisional gold medal position.
And again, just those that, I think this is another safe jump based on how those first 2 moved. And playing the total maybe.
So she went up 5 kilos and she's gone up another 5. That's a great squat. There's no loss of energy at all. No breakdown of form. Fantastic. So that's put her in first place for the moment.
Miyabi Kikuchi.
That is such a great squat. There's nothing to criticise there at all.
Yeah, yeah. What do you say? Looks good.
So yeah, Shuang Zhen from Chinese Taipei. She's 20 years old, and she went up 10 kilos, and now she's gone up another 5. She took the overall bronze at World Juniors last year. She's going to be looking to move that up this year, and if we look at the projected totals, it's going to be tight. You know, I think she lost a bit of tightness. She seemed to sink into the hole very quickly then. So that leaves her for the moment in silver medal position in the squat. See, I think as you watch her descend,
and just drops a little bit, which is,
it.
you know, it's tough in gear, especially because you have to be strong enough, or you have to have enough weight to get down, but you got to be strong enough to get it back up again.
Absolutely.
So it's a balance.
So here we have Miyabi Kikuchi. She needs this to stay in the competition. So you hear the crowd get behind her, but this is nerve-wracking, especially for a young lifter. Now, I've walked out with nothing on the board for my third squat, and I can tell you it's not something I ever want to do again. So for a 21-year-old lifter with only 3 years experience,
that's got to be intense.
Let's just hope she gets this. She's focused, she's dropped into the hole, and she's driving it up. She's got it, I think.
She looked deeper from the table.
Yes.
Good. Yeah.
Brilliant. She knew she'd done it better. She knew she'd done a better job. But you know, I think her wraps were on better. They looked a lot more even. I mean, still a lot of material left over.
They really do leave a lot of material there. But obviously, you know, maybe that wasn't what the issue was, obviously, right? There's something else going on.
Okay, so she's gone from nothing on the board to gold medal position in squat there. For the moment anyway. So here we have Jessie Mae. She's come out for 132 and a half, 135. So this will move her up to silver medal position above Carrie Clark. Oh, she's pushing up. That was, that took some fire.
Yeah. You know what? It still looked easier. Remember I said I thought, maybe 7.5 if she can grind?
Yeah, sure.
She didn't really have to grind that hard.
Well, she had to work a little bit, I think, to come through the sticking point.
Less than I expected, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but she brought the fire. She brought some intensity to that.
Absolutely, she did.
But we saw Kikuchi get a squat on the board and go into gold medal position. But Susanna Kula wants to take that from her with 137.5.
That's another girl. Those squats, the first 2 squats have been looking just gorgeous.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if this poses a problem based on the way 130 looked.
Well, you know, she... Look how easy that was.
Sometimes I joke that I just laugh because there's no other reaction. Like, holy smokes.
Well, you know, this young lady has competed this year in the European Classic Cup, the World Benchpress in Japan, the World Classic in Sweden, and she also did the European Classic Bench in Luxembourg.
So she's gaining a little bit of experience, is what you're saying.
I would say she's hardly been off the platform in the past 3 months.
Yeah, I guess maybe at her age she can handle that.
Yeah, I guess. So now this is interesting. So Veronica Umpod, she failed 130. She went up from 127 good lift, failed 130, and now she's put 10 kilos on it to look for the gold medal in squat and put herself in provisional first place. Now this is quite a wild move from the coaches, really.
It is. It's a pretty ballsy move, and I wonder if they're counting on maybe her deadlift.
No. The depth wasn't there and she didn't bring it up. So that leaves her in the bronze medal position. Brezhnik takes the gold in squat. And we have the last squat of the day, which is Polyansky, the Ukrainian, 16 years old.
I'm going to watch this girl in the coming years, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. 150 kilo squat.
Yeah.
Is loaded. 150 kilos. Maria Polyansky, Ukraine.
I see no reason why she won't get this. Her lifting has looked really good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Even that last one where she kind of shifted forward in her knees a little bit,
Yeah.
the suit kicked her, she still moved it so easily.
No energy wasted on that workout.
Nope. She is completely efficient.
There was depth there.
I would wonder, yeah. It was close, I think. Yeah.
No.
I can see where they said that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I can see the coach going to the jury table, but I don't think he'll get anywhere. If we look at the side view now, yeah, she didn't
even
hit
the
it.
replay looks actually worse, I think, than our view even.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the squats done. We will take a 20-minute break and we'll be back for bench. And we are back at the World Junior Powerlifting Championships from Regina, Canada. We have the 43 kilo and 47 kilo class for the juniors and sub-juniors, and we are on to bench press. I'm here with Chantal Such.
Hello, hello.
And we have, I think we're going to see some really important stuff going on. I think we are looking forward to possibly a world record attempt coming up.
It's a pretty big bench press she's opening at. So,
yeah,
I'm thinking there's some plans in place.
We've been rustling through the records in the break, and we're quite excited to see what happens.
It is bench press time, ladies and gentlemen.
So here comes Yasuan Zheng. She's placed third for the last 2 years running, so she's really going to want to move that up this year. She's 20 years old, so she's still got a couple of years in class, and she's opening today at 52.5.
30 seconds.
Okay, so she's just settling herself down under the bar. And that looked like a nice easy touch and a nice easy press. Nice opener to give her confidence.
Yeah,
it looked like a nice easy way to start. And again, you know, the long game here, she's going to want to up that positioning she's had for the last couple of years. And, you know, it's just a matter of putting weights on the bar. She looks like she's got, you know, a deadlift that is going to be in the mix there.
Oh, she has, hasn't she?
So it might be a case for her, again,
yeah.
Put kilos on the bar.
Bar is loaded.
And
okay,
see where it goes.
Carrie Clark is coming out for 52.5. She took the bronze in squat. She's 17 years old. She's only been competing for 2 years. The side view there, you can see we've got the butt light, so the referees can see very easily when the butt comes up. She's got long arms, hasn't she?
Oh man, I was thinking that girl.
Yeah, there was a long way for that bar to travel.
She could fold in half. No amount of arch is going to help that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a long way to go. Nice easy press though. She should have a fair bit more weight to go there. We have Veronica Ompod. She's coming out for 57.5. She's in the 43s. So we just have the platform crew there, just cleaning up the bench.
Bar is loaded, 57.5 kilos for Veronica Ompod.
I hear these new Eleiko benches are
they're
fantastic.
fabulous. We had them in Helsingborg.
Yes.
They're absolutely superb. I slip around a lot on the bench. I use a lot of chalk, but I didn't need any chalk with those. They're great.
Yeah. I've got, in our gym, we train on 2 of the older Eleikos, and I heard that this is absolutely, bar none, a nice bench.
Okay, so here's Veronica. Had no trouble getting a touch there, but as a result, yeah, it was a hard press. So you want a bit of resistance from the shirt. That was a blue card from the centre referee, which is usually on bench, that's usually the bar dip. So if we watch the replay, let's see if we can just spot that. Yeah, there wasn't there? There was just a little stall.
I think it looks like she came straight up and then had to ease it back, hey?
So she was just explaining to the spotter there what she wanted. 65 kilo opener for Polyansky. So the referee is just explaining to the lifter that she must cover the rings with her forefingers. You can't have your hands outside of that. Still got 30 seconds to go. She'll be fine. Yeah, so we see the difference here. Her shirt's tight. She's struggling to get the touch. Ooh. No, that was not a great press.
Maybe a little too hard to get down, right?
Yeah, and she got blue cards from 2 of the referees, so they are saying that the bar did dip, which is a shame. So yeah, when the bar comes to the chest very easily, you want the shirt to resist you a little bit in order to give you that pop off the chest.
Yeah. She looked a little startled when we had the camera on her face there, and she got the weight in her hands. She had a little bit of a startled look.
There was something she wasn't happy with the handoff.
Yeah. Yeah, so it makes you wonder if maybe she was just, maybe a bar was in a bad position or something. Who knows?
She wasn't quite set up correctly. But here we have Jessie Mae. She's opening at 67.5. Her PB is 70. She's got a big arch there. Her bum was hardly touching the bench. Now, you know, that looks
pretty good.
Almost like a raw bench.
Yeah.
3 white lights and a good lift for Jessie Mae.
Okay, so Jessie Mae had a good lift there at 67.5, and that puts her in first place at the moment in bench press.
Followed 70 kilos, Daria Grashnik, Ukraine.
So here we have the current equipped junior champion, European equipped junior champion. 77.5 kilo PB, so 70 kilos shouldn't present too much of a problem for her. Are we going to see a huge arch here?
I was thinking the same thing.
So she's asking for the bar with her feet still on the bench. Oh, I hate to see that.
I've seen people do it. I don't know how they do it personally, but
she's not got her bum down.
Nope, there she goes.
She's not going to get the start command until she does.
Wow.
That was an easy press, wasn't it?
That was beautiful.
I just don't like to see the weight being taken when the feet are still up, because you have to move your position so much.
Right, exactly. It scares me a little bit.
So, very impressive arch she had there, reducing the range of motion, and also the arch also keeps your shoulders healthy, really. If you've ever tried to bench flat backed, it ruins your shoulders.
It takes a toll, and I'm like this American girl with the long arms. Man, it does it starts to hurt.
So here we have Suzanna Kula from Poland. She took the gold in squat. And she's opening 5 kilos above her competition best.
Wow.
That looked perfect to me.
Yeah.
She had some work to do to get the bar down, but so she got a nice little pop, and it came up lovely.
For a 5 kilo PB, that's a pretty nice opener.
Yeah, I was a little bit worried at first that it was she was going to touch her belt, which would be a red light. And now we have Miyabi Kikuchi. She's opening at 105 as a 47 kilo lifter.
It's like inconceivable. That is incredible.
She's explaining to the spotter exactly what she wants now. She competed at the World Bench and got 110, but I saw that she also got 120 at the Japanese Nationals.
Wow.
And the world record is 110, so I think we're going to see something special here.
Is she the one who holds the world record?
No, she isn't.
Okay.
So, very small range of motion here, I think. Oh, and the shirt's tight, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
She's got the nice touch. And that's very easy. Oh, no! Yellow cards! So, what's happened here?
What did they see?
Let's watch the replay. So let's see.
Her
bum comes up. That butt light doesn't give. It shows it up straight away, doesn't it?
Yeah, when you put black on black, you can definitely see when there's daylight.
Absolutely. That's a real shame.
Because it moved. It moved really, really well.
It really did. I'll be interested to see what she does next. Because she struggled on her squat, didn't she?
She did.
She only got her squat in on her third try.
That's right.
So let's hope she's going to do better on the bench.
Yeah, let's not have any more breath holding here.
So, Yasweng Zhen. So we're into the second round now. This is her second bench at 57.5. She's gone up 5 kilos. I think it didn't seem like she was getting much resistance from the shirt, did it? It didn't seem like she got much help from it.
No, and I wonder if maybe, again, she's only been competing for 6 years, and she looks like she's got a pretty big range of motion. And so, sometimes it just, she may not have enough raw strength to be able to wear a tighter shirt, right?
Yeah, I think she was right on the limit of what she could press there.
It looked like it, especially on that one side, eh?
Yeah, I'd be surprised if she puts any more than 60 on the bench for a third attempt. But I think it's because she's not getting much from the shirt.
You can see, like, it looks like that's where the shirt kicks out on her, right?
Yeah.
She gets that pop off the chest, and then the rest of it's her.
So here's Carrie Clark. Again, 57.5 kilos. You can hear the coach saying, take your time, and I think patience is a really important virtue with equipped lifting.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
She's got the touch. I think she touched very high on her chest there.
I thought so, especially for that shirt. It's got a lower cut. I find equipped bench, and you would know this too. Equipped bench takes some. It's a very fine line where you have to put the bar to really hit it.
And it's all about that final inch, isn't it? And the temptation is to rotate forward to get the touch, and you just have to stay patient with it.
Yep, and you got to be a little fearless.
Yeah. Okay, so Veronica Ompod from the Philippines. We're in the 43 kilo juniors here. She's coming out for 60 kilos. Only put 2.5 on. Looking very fierce there. Easy touch. Has to fight it though. Is she gonna get it? It's a difficult angle. She looks on the slant. But yeah, she got 3 white lights. Fantastic. I guess a better view of that on the replay. Yeah, she had to fight it, but it locked out.
Just keep pushing.
So she only went up 2.5 kilos there. I can't see her going up more than 2.5 for a third. Now, Polyansky failed this on her first attempt.
Yeah, let's hope whatever there was that she maybe didn't like there, that she's able to correct it, because
I can't quite remember what happened, if I'm honest.
She had some downward motion, I believe, and it was almost like she just didn't. There was something about it she didn't like.
She looked unhappy on the handoff, didn't she? Mm-hmm. But that shirt's tight.
That is.
And she's not coming down evenly. Oh, but she got it this time.
I think that looked much better, hey? Yeah.
Fantastic. And that might look even better with another 5 kilos on the bar.
Absolutely.
Just enabling her to get down to her chest a bit easier.
Yeah, not that big fight when you waste all your energy bringing it down, right?
So we have Jessie Mae out next for 72.5.
Followed in 72.5 kilos, Jessie Mae Tabuan, Philippines.
So she's in silver medal position right now for bench. This will move her up to the gold.
I believe her opener, if I remember correctly, looked really nice.
Bit of a fight. Looked fine though.
Still looked okay. Let's see what they say.
Yeah. This is some really impressive benching from these young ladies. It's not an easy thing to do, equipped benching. It's not a case of you put a shirt on, bench more weight. It's difficult to control.
Absolutely. And so you think, these girls, they, even at their ages, they can't have more than a handful of years, really?
Sure.
That's it's daunting when you think these girls all weigh under 47 kilos, and the numbers they are pressing.
So Daria is currently in gold medal position overall and gold in the bench. So she's just going to have to look to extend that, because if you look to the projected totals, I think her deadlift is a long way down on the other two girls, so she's going to have to push out as far as she can at subtotal.
Yeah. Yeah, that again, you know, talking about her squats there and how they were maybe playing the long game. And I wonder if they were just getting the kilos on the board, right?
Yeah. Very small range of motion. And an easy
has
press.
A nice
That's
bench
nice,
press.
yeah.
Wow.
I'd put another 5 on that easily.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a great arch she's got there.
Yeah.
And no movement, the butt doesn't come up at all.
I admire people who can take the bar with their butt up and get their butt down. I have a hard enough time keeping my butt down when I plant my butt to start with.
Okay, Susanna Kula coming out for 82.5. She is she's in gold medal position on the bench because Kikuchi hasn't got a lift in yet. Got up 7.5. Well, she's collapsed a little bit under the weight there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
maybe
she,
a bit too much, eh?
I don't think she kept her chest up enough on the descent. That's not going to go. I would just have stopped fighting that once you've
Save the energy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One attempt remains. Last lift in round
Yeah, it
two.
really did. If you watch it, it looks like it flattens her out. Oh yeah, hey.
Yeah, her chest drops right
The
down.
first thing she does is drop that chest.
So I don't think she had much of a chance there of that coming up.
No.
But maybe if she can correct that error and just keep her chest up and just fight the temptation to collapse. So here we go. Miyabi Kikuchi, she really needs this. We thought she'd be looking at a world record attempt, and here she is. She's out for the second time and nothing on the board.
So if she gets this, then maybe we'll see her take that world record for a run, hey?
Her butt came up quite a lot, didn't it?
It was definitely enough that there wasn't a question, that's for sure.
The press was fine. She just needs to keep her bum down. Okay.
Let's see.
Let's see what the referee said. Oh, she got
it.
2-1. She got a yellow card, so let's see that from the side.
60 kilos on the bar. Yes,
she did get a yellow card. Oh, so
do you know? I think she was lucky there
to
get
got
that
lucky.
one.
That's right. Yeah, and you know what? That's the break sometimes, right?
Absolutely. So that puts her back into gold medal position overall and gold medal on the bench. Yeah, I always think you have a powerlifting account, and sometimes you get away with something, and sometimes you get a harsh call.
Absolutely.
It all balances out in the end.
That's right. And you know what? And you know, I sit in those chairs, and I will never criticize another referee, because you know what? It is hard to make a call.
You judge what you see.
Absolutely. You can only judge what you see.
I think that side refereeing bench is the hardest one, because you have to kind of defocus, watch the bar, watch the head, watch the feet, watch the bum. Hard to see everything.
Yep, I totally agree. It is very difficult.
So we have Zheng now for 60 kilos. She's looks to be struggling to control the weight there. But yes, not much. Yeah, not much of a fight to get the bar down to the chest, so she didn't get much help from the shirt to get it back up.
A little too heavy, leaves with a best of 57.5. Same weight on the bar for Carrie Clark, USA, 60 kilos. Veronica Oppon to follow.
You could see from the side view there that she was underneath the hooks on the racks as well. I think she would have just hit the hooks anyway.
Smoked it, yeah.
USA.
So here's Carrie Clark coming out for her third and final bench at 60 kilos. I think she had a little bit of work to do on the second one.
It was a little bit of work. It wasn't, you know, I don't think there was any question that she was getting it up.
No,
but
I think it was just a long way to move it.
That's right. Oh, I feel that girl's pain.
Here we go.
Down, ease it down, right there.
I think she dropped it a bit at the bottom. She's fighting it though. Wow, what a grind.
That
And 2-1. 2-1 is good enough. So just looking at that from the side view now.
Polyansky to get ready.
You can see how she has to fold down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Loaded, 62.5
that's what the yellow card was for, wasn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. Again, another time where, you know, yeah, it's hard to see.
So here we go for Veronica, 62.5 kilos on the bar. This will move her up to second. Ah, she's already in second place in bench.
That looked good.
Yep, 3 white lights, fantastic. It's great when you see the lifters looking so happy as they leave the platform and just enjoying the competition.
Absolutely.
I think that was a really well judged attempt.
I would agree. You know, it's one of those things where you think, wow, you don't know how much she has at that top end. That was a lot of work there.
Begin. The bar is loaded. 70 kilos.
So here we have Maria Polyansky for 70 kilos. She's currently in gold medal position overall because she had a big squat, didn't she? She got 145 on the squat.
Yeah, and you know what? And again, she was the one who she moved 150, just didn't quite get that last little dip at the end.
Yeah. And I think a lot of that's about confidence when you move in a big weight.
Oh, I'm sure.
So she's got the silver medal in bench. This won't move her up. That shirt's tight, isn't it?
Oh, that other side?
Well, there is no issue with uneven extension in powerlifting.
I was just going to say the same thing. They took that rule out.
Yep.
It was a much faster press, though. So again, we talked about the weight, right? And maybe the weight was just enough higher that she was able to get that fast press.
And one arm locked and the other arm locked.
Doesn't have to be pretty as long as it meets the rules.
You know, when I'm right on the edge, I do exactly the same thing. My right arm lags behind.
Yeah.
So here we have Jessie Mae. She has the gold medal in bench already. She's just looking to push that on. This will be a 5 kilo PB.
You know, and again, in that long game, this gives her, that's extra 2.5 kilos on the total here, right?
Absolutely.
So that's going to be big when you see what these totals are looking like.
She has a big deadlift too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, it's wiggling about a little bit, but she looks happy. She thinks she's got it.
Yeah.
What do the referees say? And they agree. Fantastic. 75 kilos as a 47 kilo sub-junior.
Susanna Kula to follow.
She kept her chest right up there, didn't
Yeah,
she? She
she
kept her
did.
position really well.
Yeah, and we had a little bit of, looked like she had a little bit of an S movement in the bar there, but it didn't look like it came down. I wondered if, you know, because we don't have the best view.
No, it
So
stalled
you
a
wonder.
little.
Yep.
Yeah. And the rule is that the whole bar must dip, not just part of it.
Yeah. Though again, as a side referee, that is some hard to tell.
Oh, it really is. So Brajnik from the Ukraine now at 80 kilos. Already got the gold medal in squat, leading the field overall. Huge arch there. Something went a bit wrong with the handoff there.
She looked a little bit unstable there. Hopefully,
But it didn't stop her pressing it out.
Yeah, 2-1, a good
Small PB there.
and a 3 card, so I'm wondering if we had a butt come up maybe again, hey?
Maybe, let's see. I think so, yes. It was very slight though.
Yeah.
It was.
Again, in the replay, you can't see it as obviously as
No,
some.
it's a borderline movement
But
there.
yeah, but if he saw daylight, he saw daylight.
So we have Susanna Kula from Poland. She failed this on her last try. See if
But
she
looked
can-
like it was just that her chest kind of went with the bar, so maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And it's very easy to do. So if she can fight that and keep her chest up this time. No, I don't think she
so.
has. It's kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, she got.
Whoa.
I think she's got it. Well.
Well,
Three white
there we
lights,
go.
that's fantastic. Do you know, I thought she'd lost that at the bottom completely.
So did I.
And we watch
Again,
it for the side again. She doesn't dip as much, nearly hits her belt.
Oh man, she got really close to that belt.
Lots of leg drive and she got it up. So here we have a world junior record attempt by Miyabi Kikuchi, 110.5 kilos. Now her second bench of all looked like an easy press, but she had some issues with change of elected position, shall we say.
Yes, yes.
So this is our first world record of the competition.
So it's a nice way. When you get one on day one, it's a pretty good start for the week, hey?
Okay, so she's just sliding into position. Here we go. Nice touch. And it's up. Did she keep her butt down?
Ah, what I saw looked like it.
It's a new world junior record for Miyabi Kikuchi. That's absolutely fantastic. That's a great way to end the bench session.
The jury does not look pleased, though.
Do they not?
They do not.
Well, we are about to take a 20-minute break. We may have some exciting news for you when we come back for deadlift.
We'll be back for deadlift very soon. Don't forget to visit our sponsors.
Welcome back to the 2019 World Junior Powerlifting Championships from Regina, Canada. And this is where the party really starts. The deadlift bar has hit the floor.
I love deadlifts,
That's
and I
my
love
favorite
watching
too.
deadlifts.
Yeah, it's so exciting. If you don't get emotional watching someone pull a really hard deadlift, then you don't love powerlifting.
You're heartless.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have the 43 kilo and the 47 kilo junior and sub-junior lifters. And here comes Daria Brezhnik for 107.5 kilos.
We are deadlifts, ladies and gentlemen.
So mostly you see when equipped lifting, mostly you see sumo deadlifts, because you get so much more out of the suit pulling sumo.
Absolutely. And then with, smallish women, I think
it tends to be sumo as well.
Exactly. So then you put those two together.
How easy was that?
She got a pretty deadlift, hey?
That was lovely, yeah. Well,
I
she's been impressive all day.
I was going to say, I don't think she's had a lift where I've gone, wow, she's just, for such a young girl.
Okay, we have Carrie Clark. You can hear the American team. We've got a lot of American lifters here today. And they've been all in the crowd supporting their lifters, which is great to see.
And it's, to attend a world event, and it's also in North America, so relatively short trip. Great opportunity to come.
Absolutely. She's elected to wear knee sleeves to deadlift. I'm also a little bit ambivalent on this. You could catch at the bottom of the knee sleeve.
Yeah, I've not gone to it myself. I catch my leg a lot.
Okay.
I've actually broken fingernails off deadlifting on my legs, so I would be a little bit worried that I would catch at the knee sleeve.
I tell you, it didn't stop Zakari, did it? That was
It
such
didn't.
an easy lift. I'm not a big fan of rolling the bar towards you.
I'm not.
Because I think you get an inconsistent start point.
I absolutely agree. Yep, I think it is unpredictable.
But despite all that, that was a brilliant lift.
She lifted it really well.
Very easy. Mm-hmm. So Miyabi Kikuchi, she's not had the easiest day of it. She struggled a little bit on squats. She only got one bench. In fact, I think she's 2 for 6 right now.
I was going to say, considering she's only 2 for 6, she's got a pretty good total, or subtotal.
She has, yeah. So let's hope she has a better day on deadlift. And that's a lovely pull.
That's awesome.
I think that's the first time she's got her opening lift in, isn't it?
It absolutely is, yeah. And it's kind of nice, when you fight so hard to come out and then be able to at least get your opening deadlift on the board.
Okay, we have quite a few lifters opening on the same or very similar weights. This is Jessie Mae Tabuan from the Philippines. She's 17 years old. She was a fierce lifter, wasn't she? She's really brought some energy to the platform.
Well, her second squat was like 10 kilos over her PB.
Yeah.
It looks like she's wearing her squat suit backwards here for deadlift.
Yeah, it's a lovely smile at the top of the lift.
She looks like she's having a good time, doesn't she?
She does, and that is just brilliant. So why would a lifter wear their squat suit backwards for deadlift?
I think that it comes from sort of the idea that it's sort of the reverse movement, right? Mm-hmm. And so you build the tension in the opposite direction.
Sure.
And so she's doing the same, right? And and the Ukrainians seem to know what they're talking about. So I wear a different suit, but I guess it makes sense if you can pull a nice deadlift in your squat suit on backwards and build the tension in the right spot. Why wouldn't you save the money?
Well, it seems to be working for these young girls.
Absolutely.
127.5, 130 next weight on the bar.
So we have Yasuan Zheng coming out for 130 kilos. We have all the rest of the lifters are also coming out for 130 kilos. It's a very popular weight. Not using any talc. I find I get so hot, then the bar sticks to my leg on the way past if I don't use talc.
I'm the same.
And she's also holding entirely on the smooth part of the bar.
Oh man, girl's got good grip.
She has. That's a great lift.
And she had to drag it up with sticky legs.
Yeah. Because no matter how good the air conditioning is, it's always hot in warm-up, and especially when you've had to get into your equipment.
Absolutely, yeah. That was great that she made that look so easy.
So Veronica Ompod, she's had a reasonably good day, I think. Opening at 1:30.
Yeah, I think she had a tough go with those squats. I think that's her opening squat.
True.
But I think she came back and she did 2 for 3 maybe on the bench. She's sitting okay though, right? Like she looks like she's right in the mix for totals here.
Absolutely. Oh,
that looked great.
And look at that smile. She knows she's got more.
And I think that's the thing, right? She's definitely got some room to move.
I'd put 10 kilos on that.
For sure.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
Okay,
Susanna Kula from Poland.
Susanna Kula of Poland.
This is the final lift for the first round. This will move her ahead of the Japanese lifter in class. Okay, there's looks to be a little bit of work looking it out, but I think she's got a fair bit more to come.
Yeah, I mean, and depending on how she trains, right? Maybe she's got a really strong lockout and she just can move a lot into that position, right?
Yeah, sure. I'm the opposite. I can get anything to my knees. It doesn't go any further. Brajnik up next for 115 kilos. So she was a long way ahead on the bench and squats, but she's a long way behind on the deadlift. So projected totals are, there's 5 kilos across all 3 of them.
Absolutely. Yeah, I sort of wonder, you think about, she seems like a really solid lifter and they're really being conservative. So makes me wonder, are they being conservative to play the game, or is maybe she coming back from something, right? Did she tweak something maybe? Because everything has looked so conservative.
So maybe she will just do what she needs to do.
Yeah.
But, you give away the advantage if you haven't got the biggest deadlift, because the other people can wait to see what you do.
Absolutely.
And then change their attempt.
And you can take bigger jumps in the deadlift, but you still can only go so much, right?
Yeah. But that's pretty easy.
Yeah, it still looks really conservative.
She's going to have to take a judgment now, or the coaches are going to have to take a judgment on what they think the other girls can do.
Yeah.
Obviously, you get 2 changes on your 3rd deadlift. It's the only attempt that you can change.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see them put in a change for her, just because she's going to have to go first, right?
Yeah.
They'll watch these next 2 and go from there, I suspect.
So Kikuchi is in overall first place. She's probably fairly unassailable unless, we see some wild attempts. But she's going to look to move up to gold in deadlift with this pull. Oh, she wobbled a little there for me.
I don't... Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
So the red card is for lockout, the blue card is for downward movement of the bar.
And
I
think she probably had a little bit of both, right?
Yeah, I think so.
That bar got out in front, dipped it, and then couldn't bring it in. Yeah.
Look at this, the Carrie Clark's gone up 15 kilos.
Wow.
That's a big jump. So what does this mean? This will move her up to gold in deadlifts. I don't think it'll move her up overall.
Her PB is 142.
Oh, that's tough. That's a tough lift. I think she's got it. But it was a bit messy for me. She rolled it backwards and forwards. She pulled it unevenly. I think she's a better lifter than that. I think that just didn't go well for her.
Yeah. She's got the build to be a good deadlifter.
She has those long arms.
Yeah.
So Polyansky next for 135. She's in first place overall, but it's tight. There's only 2.5 kilos in it. Okay, that looks
looks
fairly
solid.
comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. A good lift. 3 white lights from Ria.
That might be another place where we see some last-minute changes going in.
I think definitely.
Yeah.
It's too close to not
Absolutely.
fight for the win. And that's when powerlifting really gets exciting.
Oh, I agree.
You know, the deadlift battles at the end.
And you know what? You don't come to a world championship and not put it on the bar.
You know, you're here to fight for it. So 137.5 for Zheng, Chinese Taipei. So where is she? This will move her up to gold in deadlift. She's already got the gold medal position in deadlift. Oh.
Stuck to the bar for her today.
Do you think she just got that wrong? Do you think that was too heavy, or?
I don't know. It's possible, you know, maybe she just didn't get herself into position, didn't load the suit. You know, I sometimes wonder that if you get it off the floor a bit, maybe, but it looked like it just was stapled.
It seemed like she gave up very quickly.
It did, yeah.
So maybe she just wasn't in the right position.
And you know what? And sometimes you don't want to take a chance.
Tire yourself out, yeah.
Yeah. You know, pulling a heavy deadlift in a bad position sometimes it doesn't make for a good day, or a good next day, I should say.
So this will move on pod up to. Oh no, it won't. It won't move her anywhere. Well, when you look at it, we're going back to this point where a 7.5 kilo jump is a very large proportion of their body weight. These girls weigh less than 42 kilos.
And you know, we were just talking about this Ukrainian girl who's opening. You know, is she being conservative? And
she's just getting her lifts in and building the total.
Absolutely. And regardless of where her deadlift has been, look at where she's sitting now. Her prognosis, right?
Okay, we have Jessie Mae out now also for 137. It's not been a lucky number so far.
Maybe she can turn that around.
Sure. She's gone up 10 kilos. And she's made short work of that.
That looked really easy.
So that has moved her up from 3rd in deadlift to 1st place in deadlift.
Susanna Kula of Poland, last lift in round 2. Carrie Clark will follow in round 3.
So we have 140 kilos now for Susanna Kula. This is a 5 kilo PB for her. We're already well into total PB territory. Her total PB was 317.5. She's already up at 350.
Her whole day was PBs, I think, hey?
Yeah,
with the total that high.
She's dropped a lot of talc on the platform there. I hope that doesn't cause any trouble for anyone else. But that was a good lift. That was 140 kilos. Okay, so here we go. Round 3 of deadlift. This is where world champions are made.
That is exactly it.
So Brezhnik, we were just talking about the conservative strategy she's employed here. All her lifts have looked quite easy. And this will give her 335 total. So she's got to rely now on the other lifters not being able to pull their deadlifts.
But right now, she gets this.
Yeah,
you know, they've missed.
Yeah.
So this gives her that extra 5 kilos.
And you know, I think you're right. I don't think they can catch her.
Not, you know, she puts that 5 kilos on there, and they both have to, you know,
they both have to come back. Absolutely.
And come back from failed attempts.
So this could be it. This could be, we were talking about she didn't have a great deadlift and it was lower than the other girls, but I think she's going to take the title on it. 115 looked comfortable.
Yeah, she didn't look like she was really putting too much work into it, right?
Here we go. It's uneven. She's fighting for it. I think she's got it.
Excellent.
Do you know, I think we just saw world champion.
I think so.
We have to wait for the other girls to go.
Yeah.
But I think they will really struggle to catch her now.
I'm with you. But, you know, what a testament to just showing up and putting the numbers on the bar that you can do.
The strategy has been fantastic for her. So here's Miyabi Kikuchi, She's so far, she's not had a brilliant day, has she? I think she's 3 for 8.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a little tough for her, so.
But you know she's travelled a long way. You have to recognise how much the long distance travelling affects you and the jet lag.
Absolutely. I think it's a 15-hour flight, maybe?
Yeah, maybe so. And I think we saw she's competed a fair bit this year, but I think she's got it.
That looked better. Yeah.
Yeah. So that gives her the silver medal in deadlift. And what are we seeing? We have to wait to see what the Polish lifter is going to do.
Because she's
she's going to pull for the win. Yeah, absolutely.
And again, you don't come this far and not pull for the win.
She's not going to lose anything.
Exactly.
So we have Zheng. She failed this last time. Just wouldn't move, would it?
Nope.
The bar is loaded. 137.5. Yes, Yuan Cheng.
So this will, if she gets this will give her the gold in deadlift, and she already has the gold in deadlift, doesn't she?
She looks like
But this will move her to silver overall.
Yes.
Okay. Toes are virtually touching the plates there.
She's a very, very wide.
No, that just wasn't going anywhere.
And she looked like she worked there to really make sure she built her tension. So,
yep.
Again, you know, it's day one. These girls have traveled a long way.
So we have Veronica Ompod from the Philippines. She's travelled just as far. She's coming out again for her second attempt at 137.5.
This is for deadlift gold.
So she's second right now for the deadlift because of body weight. So this would put her into the gold for the deadlift.
No, not going anywhere. So the Ukrainian lifter is a new world champion. She put in a huge squat, she put in a huge bench, and she just played a really careful game on deadlift, and it paid off for her.
9 for 9, I think.
Yeah.
Carrie Clark, USA.
And Zheng, third place again, 3 years running.
Yeah. She's consistent.
She is consistent.
But you know what? A bronze medal at Worlds.
It's nothing to be sneered at, is
That's
it?
right.
So here we have Carrie Clark, 140 kilos.
Susanna Kula to follow. The bar is loaded. 140 kilos. Zakaria Clark.
So this will give her the deadlift gold, or it will put her in gold medal position for the moment anyway. It's moving. Oh, I don't think it dipped anyway,
I
didn't it?
think so, yeah.
I don't think she'll get
It
that.
was a battle.
No, blue cards all round.
Blues all the way. Give her a round of applause, ladies.
Well, she's got bronze medal. I think she took. Yeah, she's got bronze overall, isn't she?
Susanna Kula of Poland.
I think she's got
Across
bronze
the
straight
board.
across the board, yeah.
So now we have Susanna Kula from Poland. She's coming out for 145. Oh no, she's gone down. She actually had she had a 157.5 in to try and pull for the win.
She was, yeah.
But she's she's chosen not to go for that. You know, I would have gone out for it. I would have gone out
Personally,
for it no matter what.
Yeah. I think the
But she's
same.
accepted overall silver.
Yeah. And maybe this is for something personal because maybe
Maybe so, a national record even.
Yeah.
It's a 10 kilo PB.
absolutely. And so sometimes when you think it's
Oh,
such a
she
long
did
shot.
it.
Oh,
No, what was that? That was yellow card. So did she jump the down command?
maybe.
I'm not sure what else you would get a yellow for.
That's a good point. Not in the deadlift, right? It had to have
I
been
can't
the down.
see it had to be the down command. I didn't really hear it again on the replay. So Kikuchi, she was 4 for 9, world champion. So here's Jessie Mae, 147.5 kilos. She's currently gold medal position in the deadlift. Does this move her up? It's 10 kilo winner total. It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it does.
This moves her into overall first.
Yeah, it does.
Here we go. Can she do it? Oh, it's moving, but it's hard. No, it was just too heavy. You know, she doesn't look so upset, does she?
No.
She's had quite a good day.
She's looked happy pretty well every lift, I think, hey?
So the Ukrainian lifter now she's the world champion before she sets foot on the platform.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if this attempt changed.
They can't, unless they go up.
They can't, you're quite right, because she has the higher lot number, so you can't drop the weight. And the other lifter had already gone for the same weight.
Yeah.
But I would be surprised if she can bring enough intensity to this.
When you don't need it.
You don't need it. You've already won.
And it's your 9th lift, and you're tired.
And I'm wrong. She's gone for it.
I guess maybe when you're 16, you have a lot of energy left. Oh, she did
That's
it.
absolutely
That was a great way to
fantastic.
end.
That was a 15 kilo PB to take the world title. That's an absolutely brilliant session. Thank you for joining us, and thank you to Chantel for joining us today for the commentary.
It was excellent to be a part of this. Thank you.
Please join us tomorrow.
participation.
More in the middle, please.
Okay, are we happy? Okay, so first of all, we will present the medals for 43 kilo juniors. Or 47 kilo sub juniors. So for squat, in third place with 130 kilos from the USA, Carrie Clark. In silver medal position on squat with 135 kilos from the Philippines, Jessie Mae. And in gold medal position with 145 kilos from Ukraine, Polyansky. Well done, ladies. And we now move to bench press. In third place, bronze medal position with 60 kilos from the USA, Carrie Clark. In silver medal position with 70 kilos from Ukraine, Polyansky. In gold medal position with 75 kilos, Philippines, Jessie Mae. Thank you, ladies. And now to deadlifts. In bronze medal position with 135 kilos from the USA, Carrie Clark. Silver medal with 137.5 kilos, Philippines, Jessie Mae. And the gold medal on deadlift goes to the lifter who lifted 147.5, Ukraine, Polyansky. Well done, ladies. Thank you. And we now move to the medals for the overall. In bronze medal position, totaling 325 kilos, for the USA, Carrie Clark. In silver medal position, 347.5 kilo total, from the Philippines, Jessie Mae. And finally, totaling 362.5, your new world champion, Ukraine, Polyansky! Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem of Ukraine. Thank you, ladies. And we now move to the juniors. 43 kilo class first. And the medals in squat. The bronze in squat with 127.5 goes to Veronica Ompon of the Philippines. Silver medal, 130 kilos, Yasuan Zheng, Chinese Taipei. And the gold medal in squat, 135 kilos, from Ukraine, Daria Brashnik. Thank you, ladies. We now move to bench press. In bronze medal position, 57.5 kilos, Yasuan Zheng, Chinese Taipei. Silver medal, 62.5 kilos from the Philippines, Veronica Ompon. And the gold medal, far and away in the lead with 80 kilos, from Ukraine, Daria Brashnik. Well done, ladies. We now move to deadlifts. In bronze medal position, 120 kilos, Ukraine, Daria Brashnik. In silver medal position, 130 kilos from the Philippines, Veronica Ompon. And in gold medal position, on body weight, ladies and gentlemen, this is how close it was, from Chinese Taipei with 130 kilos, Yasuan Zheng. And finally, thank you, ladies, we announce the overall winners on total. In bronze medal position, with 317.5 kilos from Chinese Taipei, Yasuan Zheng. In silver medal position, with 320 kilos from the Philippines, it is Veronica Ompon. And your new world champion with 335 kilos from Ukraine, it is Daria Brashnik. Please be upstanding once again for the national anthem of Ukraine. now move to the 47 kilo juniors. Medals for squat first of all. In silver medal position with 135 kilos from Japan, Miyabi Kikuchi. In gold medal position just ahead with 137.5 kilos from Poland, Susanna Kula. Well done, ladies. And we now move to bench press. In silver medal position, 82.5 kilos from Poland, Susanna Kula. And with the gold medal with 105 from Japan, Miyabi Kikuchi. Well done, ladies. We now move to deadlift. And in silver medal position with 135 from Japan, Miyabi Kikuchi. The gold medal in deadlift with 140 kilos from Poland, Susanna Kula. Thank you, ladies. And finally, the overall totals. In silver medal position with 360 kilos from Poland, Susanna Kula. And your new world champion with 375 kilos total from Japan, it is Miyabi Kikuchi! Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem of Japan. Thank you, ladies. And please give these ladies a round of applause as they follow the TC from the platform.